Welcome to Wedding Wednesday. My name is Roxanne Wilson, and this is part of the Rox Talks podcast. Every Wednesday, we talk weddings, giving you tips, tricks, and insight that will help you through your wedding process. This week, we're continuing our conversation with co-owner of Eclipse Event Co., Lauren Chumbley. If you missed any of the previous episodes of Rox Talks Wedding Wednesday, you can simply go to wherever you listen to podcasts, or you can also go to roxannewilson.com and click on podcasts. All right, let's get going.
What advice would you give to bridesmaids? And I want to say groomsmen, but I just feel like it's a different mentality. Groomsmen and bridesmaids take it totally differently.
I mean, for bridesmaids, like, do what you need to do. Like, don't step on each other's toes. Communicate with each other. And because I've obviously been on both sides as the wedding planner and the bridesmaid. Mm-hmm. So just communicate with everyone and share the workload, or be upfront when you can't take something on. And then again, enjoy the day. Don't do our job. Like, we are literally there to do the kind of stuff like set up centerpieces if needed, or get things moved around and just enjoy it. Like, as far as from the side of the wedding planner, I am accountable, for everything. And when I'm packing up at the end of the night, I need to know where everything is, because I'm probably half the time I get a text or a phone call or an email asking, where is ABC thing? And I can tell them exactly where it is, because I handled it at the end of the night. Mm-hmm. And so that's my advice. It's not any different. Enjoy the day. Be a good listener. Like, if we're trying to do the rehearsal, and that's for the groomsmen.
Exactly. We know you know. We know you've got it.
Be a good listener, because the bridesmaids have it. Like, they're ready to walk down the aisle. They're ready to do the rehearsal. And then sometimes the groomsmen are just not ready. They're busy chatting. And so anyway, I guess that's my advice. That's a good question. I've never been asked that.
You're nicer than me. I would have been like, it's not about you. That would be like, bridesmaids, it's not about you.
I don't see that as often. I just think what I run into that I want to impress is just, enjoy the day. Don't stress out and think that you need to do more things to make the bride or groom happy. They want you just to be there and to be chill.
Yeah.
Everyone just be chill.
Does everyone just relax, chillax?
I say that and I sound like I'm at an 8, but the best weddings, the one as vendors where we feel like we're floating on air, is when everyone just goes into it being like, this day's gonna be awesome. And they're happy and they're laid back and they live in the moment, and those are the best weddings. They're the best day. Yeah.
Let's talk about, it's alcohol / groomsmen / groom. What's your best advice to the wedding party so that they actually remember their entire wedding?
I don't know. Like, I can't sound like a den mother and say, don't do shots. But shots are what'll get you. You know what I mean? And you have a photographer around you for 8 hours. Do you want to be photographed that way? Just that's forever. Those are pictures forever. So, enjoy your day. But you never want to, it's not a wedding that I've coordinated. It's a friend of a friend, but I know that, like, friendships were ruined because of the behavior of the groomsmen. They do not talk to him anymore.
Wow. And
why would you ever want to do that?
Not worth it.
So, yeah, have a good time, get home safely, be responsible. Just eat and don't do shots.
Don't do shots. A lot of the places here don't serve shots, by the way.
Yes, yeah, but they can order a whiskey neat.
That's true. Good point.
Yeah,
there are ways around that, Roxanne. Right.
They figure out a way around it, But just stick to beer. If your question is, how do you not look like a nut, and then that's my answer.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. It's funny. I see more and more. I'm seeing very end of the night. I'm like, wow, I'm way sober. Like, obviously, because I don't drink at the wedding, but I'm like, I feel really sober right now.
I had one guest who was just I mean, just so unbelievably rude. So mean. I mean, and beyond like a man talking to a woman that way, the things that he yelled, it was just like, all I know is my tomorrow is going to be a lot better than his, because he was very inebriated. And I'm like, I'm just going to walk away knowing that when I wake up tomorrow, my head's going to feel great. And you're going to have a rough day.
Yeah.
Kill him with kindness.
What's the most valuable thing that you've added to your emergency kit that you're so glad you have?
I think I've always had it from the beginning, but I seem to always look like a hero with my sewing kit. And then of course your tied to go pin. I definitely use that as well. Scissors I always need, and they're in our bag. And so when I'm like, somebody's like, "God, do you have scissors?" I'm like, "Sure do." Or I have a pin right there too to like sign stuff, and I'm like, I just look like MacGyver. I feel like a rock star with my fanny pack.
I know, don't mind I love that fanny pack. Are you kidding? It's great.
I love it. And I also have a steamer in mine, a hand steamer.
In your fanny pack?
No, sorry.
Oh, I was like,
it's like Mary Poppins bag. No, I have it overall in my emergency kit. Obviously Advil gets, I mean, and it may not be because they're drinking or anything, but people get headaches and there's nowhere to go. So,
I'm going to put activated charcoal in my emergency kit.
Why? What's that?
Because it cleans out your system. So if you have had too much to drink, you drink the activated charcoal, you're good. Yeah.
Oh, I've been like, I hear charcoal and I think of face mask.
Of course you do. But you know, it pulls everything out. It will pull out everything if someone is. Yeah. I'm looking into that. Just sidebar.
Okay. Yeah. Let's connect offline on that.
Yeah. Offline on that one. Yep.
That'll make me look like a hero. Yeah. But yeah, with the hand steamer though, that was just an investment at Kohl's or Walmart. You know, not every venue is a hotel with a steamer on site. And aren't you going to look like a hero? I love looking like a hero.
That is the best. Hero is a good place to be. Or shero, I guess, right?
Hero. We'll just all be heroes. But yeah, it gives you value add, you know, about why they brought on a wedding planner.
Absolutely. Okay. Anything you want to add? Anything that I haven't asked that you're like, oh, this is a question I get often?
I mean, I've seen it lately more where people ask for referrals from former clients besides just reading the knot, and I think that's a really good thing to do. This industry, not to sound like, you know, dramatic or negative, but there's very little barrier to entry. So do your research if you're going to be doing the planning on your own. Ask your vendors what they think of the vendor you're about to hire, maybe, or just ask for 3 references of weddings. And before you hire them, I think always do your research before hiring. If you're not going to be using a full service planner.
That is great.
I don't know if other planners are like us, where they, like, if you hire us for event management, like month of, day of coordination, we're already going to send you a vetted vendor list that is specific to your wedding. I don't know if everyone does that though. So avoid the friender, avoid hiring a friend, if anything.
Or a family member.
Friend or family member, I just think making the investment for someone that does it for a living will make your life a lot easier on the wedding day. Because at the end of the day, it's not their job, and they may want to have a drink, or they may want to visit with someone they haven't seen in 3 or 4 years, and then the work doesn't get done. And then what happens? You know, it's just a domino effect for the rest of your wedding vendors. So that there is a wide net of vendors that can do a great job at different prices. Don't think that you need to have, your crazy aunt be your wedding planner.
Right.
So
that is really good advice. And I think I love the fact that so many people can find, like you said, referrals online on the Knot or Yelp, or even looking on Instagram to see people's work. But it's so important to actually have a conversation with them. And if you're not even in the same city, then FaceTime them or Skype them, because these are people who are really working on your most important day. And so you want to make sure that you connect with them. So take the time to do that and don't just look at their best work that's online.
Yeah. Have a phone call with a former client of ours. Like, those are, I would say those are our biggest advocates, and they're great advocates. But I feel like, again, the biggest advocate that we have as wedding planners are the people who didn't hire one. Who were just like, for this, that, and the other, they're just like, I just wish I would have had someone there, that day. So
it's even for the little things. Like, for example, you really want to eat, but people keep coming up to you and you can't get your food in your mouth because they come up to you wanting to talk to you all the time. Or you really have this schedule in your mind. Photographer is a big one, right? They're only there for a certain amount of hours. If you don't get all those shots that you need in before they leave, you're SOL, or you're paying more to have them stay. But if you're getting stopped to talk to Aunt Shanae and Betty and whomever, and you miss out on that, you can't be the one to say, I can't talk to you right now, I've got to take a picture.
Yeah.
Because you never want them to like the picture's more important than them. But the pictures, like you said earlier, are so important. Yeah. So having someone who has no emotional tie, again, not your family member and not your friend, who can say, I'm sorry, I just need to, I need to borrow the bride and groom for a moment and whisk you away, is like, that alone is worth it in spades.
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting, like, for example, my neighbor is saying, I really wish I would have had a planner. I really wanted to get my bouquet preserved. And I asked my maid of honor to put it away, and she forgot. She had been drinking for 5 hours.
Right.
Like, it's little things like that. And that obviously, beyond that, like taking care of all the personal items and having all this stress.
Where do the gifts go? Who's picking up the gift? Where all those things.
Yeah. So I guess that is my answer.
I like that. Thank you very much, Lauren.
Yeah.
Lauren, it's been fantastic having you on here again. She is the co-owner of Eclipse Event Co. based in Austin, Texas, Texas and California. But we'll go anywhere.
Yeah. We're going to the Bahamas.
We're going to the Bahamas. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We'll go anywhere. Where there's a wedding, we're there. Thank you so much. I will put your information, of course, online so they can find you, not only you as Eclipse, but also Lauren. If you have any questions, if you're getting married, someone's getting married, you just have your burning desire to learn more about weddings, please email me at roxanne@roxannewilson.com, and we'll be sure to answer your question on the next Wedding Wednesday. Thanks so much. Bye.
Also, please subscribe to Rocks Talks at iTunes, Stitcher, or Spotify, or wherever you listen to the podcast. We so appreciate you commenting as well. All of that, rating it, helps so much. Thanks again. See you next time. Bye.